Welcome back to Echocraft Season 6, where last episode we spent a lot of time doing stuff that honestly did not make any progress for us, kind of whatsoever. But this episode we have two big things on the agenda. First of all, we have a shop that I've kind of already built. In fact, I built it before the filming of last episode. We also have a mini game to start, and I am the most excited for this mini game. Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump straight into that shop. All right, so I'm super eager to put together the next build here, but unfortunately I need about 8 billion copper. So let's AFK overnight and see how long this takes. Hopefully not too long, sir. So now that all that copper is aged, I have gathered a whole bunch of other materials that are also necessary. This didn't take very long. It was like maybe 10 minutes. And we got a whole bunch of materials, and it's time to build a frog light shop. Now you may have noticed I don't make frog lights yet. We'll resolve that, I promise. But I want to build the shop first because it's what I'm most excited for, I'm gonna be honest. Ready? Let's go. And there we go. We've got a beautiful frog build in the shopping district. But you may have noticed that I built this in the shopping district, yet I don't have anything to sell, which is a problem. I think that honestly, this might be the single greatest build I've ever done. It has so much energy to it, and it's just a really cool build all around. Okay, so it's at this point that I should probably level with you. This build is something I put together quite a few days ago now. I actually built it around the time I was editing episode 6, which means it was around the time I was recording episode 7. But you may notice, this is episode 8. So what's the deal? Hi Zetskiva. Simply Knight, who is already known for being a little elusive on the server, recently had a child. So I decided that I would be more than happy to help him gather materials. So he gave me one assignment: jungle logs. And I got a little carried away. But yeah, now that we're done with that, we should probably get back to this, shouldn't we? But first, I have another project that I want to go on to for a little bit, because I have been keeping a secret from you all for a little bit. Yeah, a tunnel. And this tunnel needs to go all the way through this mountain. So let's get through that. I want to just sit down and mine out this whole tunnel. This will take a while, so I'm about to strap in. And while you watch this quick time lapse, I want to touch on my recent content creation time, because recording for Echocraft has been so chaotic over the past month because I'm getting very easily distracted with what I want to do with every episode, sometimes even mid-episode. I hope I can get over this within the next few weeks because it's becoming a lot harder to be consistent when I'm working on 3 episodes at once. Anyway, I'm almost done with the tunnel here, so that's all from me for now. So yeah, here we are. We've got our tunnel dug out. It's not exactly pretty right now, but it is a tunnel and it's fully dug out, which is super exciting. For now, I'm going to put this on the back burner though, because this was just like a boring project that I needed to get done at some point. So I'm going to put this on the back burner because we have a frog shop to stock, because right now it's just been a decoration in the shopping district for like 3 weeks. So it's probably about time that we go make a frog light farm, shall we? All right, I guess it's finally time to farm one of my first major materials of the season. Alrighty, so I have all these materials, but no frogs. So let's go build the farm, and then we're gonna have to go get frogs, which is gonna be an experience. It's gonna be an experience, isn't it? So let's head back over to my industrial district, because it just so happens that I did myself a huge favor, because my industrial district happens to be here in a basalt deltas, which is the exact biome you need to be in for a frog light farm. So we don't even need to move anywhere. Except we kind of have to move somewhere because we actually need to be over there on the nether roof. But now that we're up here on the nether roof, we can kind of just build a frog light farm wherever we want. And I think I'm going to build mine this way just because I want to go away from the shulker farm we made last episode. This seems as good a spot as any. Let's do it right here. Ready? Let's build. Alright, so it's time to go get frogs. So So I guess I'm returning to my favorite way of transporting mobs now. And luckily we're kind of like right next to a mangrove swamp. So let's go over there and get some frogs, shall we? Froggies. Here, froggies. Are frogs real? Do frogs exist? Are frogs real? Frog. Frog number 1. Frog number 2. Frog number 3. I heard you. Hi. Alright, that's frog number 4. Now we just need to make it back to my happy ghast. Now we just need to find the correct place to breed them. And now we wait. Okay, well it's getting dark, so I should probably go sleep, but hopefully these will not hatch while I'm gone, because if they do, I'll cry. Oh my god. How long does it take for tadpoles to grow up in Minecraft? I can feed them slime balls to make them grow faster? Is this real? Oh my god, that's real. Okay, so that's most of my frogs. I just need to go get the cold ones. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Uh-oh. 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 I need torches. I need torches quickly. I need torches or glowstone or something. Glowstone. Fill in my tadpoles. Don't die to the water freezing. I didn't even think of that. That's embarrassing. Oh, frog number 1. Oh. Alright, there we go. All of my frogs are transported. That actually wasn't so bad. I was expecting that to be much worse. So now we just need to get them into that thing. Okay, so I'll admit I have actually not been AFKing for that long. It's only been about 20 minutes, but I'm so excited that I couldn't wait any longer. So let's jump down and see how this has been going. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Unfortunately for me, I don't really have shulkers sitting around, despite being the owner of the shulker farm. It's a little embarrassing. With our powers combined, have all the frog lights in your inventory. This is phenomenal. This is 20 minutes worth of AFK, and I've got 2/3 of a shulker of each of the 3 types. This is kind of phenomenal. This is amazing. I guess it's time to set up the shop, huh? All right, so I think that I'm actually just gonna sell them here. All right, here's our little frog light shop. Of course, it's right underneath the frog. Not the most flattering angle of the frog ever, but you know, it's there, you know, it's fine. But I'm actually not done with this area. I have a lot more planned for this area, so that's what we're gonna do next. And we're gonna do a little bit more of that style that I did 2 episodes ago, where I just talk through my process and make it a little slower. So it's been a little bit since I set up this shop, and it's also been a lot of it since I set up the honey shop, which we can't actually see. Well, we can see the very tippy top over there, and I haven't actually checked on profits like at all. I've been restocking, but I haven't been checking up on profits. So we made a sale on frog lights. That's kind of amazing. Turns out honey is actually a lot more popular of a selling object than you'd think, because lots of people want to wax copper. 2 echo shards, 51 diamonds. That is insane. A solid, I don't know, because I double click. A solid, I don't know, amount of diamonds. That's pretty cool. Awesome. So now let's shift over to the second shopping district shenanigan of the episode. So next order of business is to finally address this thing. I've had signups open for quite a while now. It has been, I think, almost a month, to be honest, which is not what I wanted to do, but things have been so scattered recently that I haven't been able to address this. But I think it's about time we start the game. And the first order of business for starting the game is to move all of these up into there. Yeah, that is significantly more impressive. And next order of business is we have to actually deliver people their first shulker boxes to hide. And there we go, we've renamed every shulker. All right, so it's time to actually give these shulker boxes out. Boom, boom, and boom, and boom. And with that, all the shulker boxes are delivered. So I guess it's time to hide our own. But first, let me give you just a quick rundown of the game, just so you aren't completely left in the dark on what is happening here. Basically, the game is about hiding these guys, shulkers, in other people's bases. Your goal is to keep them there for as long as possible. So the longer that shulkers stick around, the better. So the first of my shulkers was for lagging, and I've already hidden it. It's right here. I think it's fairly subtle, and it's in a place that I can't imagine is super high traffic. I debated being a little more evil and put it here, but I ended up feeling a little nice, especially considering lagging is only on about once a week. I do have an elaborate scheme for Poke's box that we're gonna start setting up now. Let's just say I need to go meet with a few people, but I am gonna lose a few hours as a result of having such an elaborate scheme. I have an elaborate plan, right? So I have Pokey who doesn't have like the most area to hide in, right? So I wanna send him on a scavenger hunt that includes talking to people. Okay, so I need to ask if you're willing to be a part of this. All I ask is that you need to know a digit of a password, and you're gonna give him that digit of the password if he accomplishes a task. You can choose the task, whatever the task you want.
Okay, I don't know what task, but the digit should be 8.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 2 other people. One of them is gonna send him to you and give him a digit, and the other person's gonna send him to the person who sends him to you. So it's like a 3-part thing. He goes to each of the 3 people.
I was hurting my brain. Okay, so someone sends him to someone who sends him to me, who sends him to do a thing to get a digit.
Yes.
I'm gonna write down the number 8. just on a blank post-it note, I'm just gonna write 8.
Awesome. That'll help you remember. Make him do something menial, you know, like ask him to go fetch you like a peony or something. Could I ask a favor of you actually?
Yeah,
now that I think about it. Okay, so I have a shulker for Pokey. And I have an idea. I wanna send him on an elaborate social scavenger hunt. So currently I have Pizza, who's gonna give him a number. I'm gonna make a 3-digit combination lock, and each of the people I'm gonna send him to is gonna give him one of the digits. And I ask 2 things. That's
hilarious.
When he comes up to you, you need to give him a menial task. Whatever you want. The suggestion I gave to Pizza, like the example, I wouldn't recommend doing this because I gave this exact example to Pizza, so he might actually use it, was like, go get a peony for me, and then give him a digit.
I gotta write it down, also I'm gonna forget, so I'm gonna rename this piece of dirt.
When you give him the digit 6, send him to Pizza. Yeah. Tell him Pizza has the next digit, okay?
Oh, I gotta rename another piece of dirt. So I remember that. Why are things like this so hard to choose? I don't understand. It's so unimportant. I'll do 6.
Okay. So I need one more digit. I need to convince one other person to do this for me. Hello, my good friend, Simply Knight.
Simple Knight.
I really wish I didn't bring the hooligans with me, but I need to ask a favor of you. Okay, so I have a shulker to hide for Pokey, and I've decided I want to send him on an elaborate scavenger hunt where he has to talk to people. So I have a combination. I wrote it down on this golden carrot. But you'll notice it's not a complete combination. It's only 2 of the 3 numbers. Yeah. And I would like you to be the 3rd keeper of the number. So I need you to choose a number.
Any number.
Any number you want to make the first digit of the combination.
32.
It does need to be a single digit.
I wish I could pay attention. Let's see. Let's do 3.
All right. So when Pokey comes up to you, you're gonna need to ask him to do a menial task, something that just wastes his time, but not too much, just a tiny bit of time wasting, you know. Mm-hmm. And then once he accomplishes that task, you can give him his number, and then you need to send him to Ike.
What do you do? Write that down. My attention span isn't very.
All right. Well, Ike took notes on dirt, so I'll take note on crafting table for you. When Pokey One bogey, menial task. No, menial's unnecessary. Make do task. Give 3. Send to Ike.
But
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. When Pokey make do that.
I hope that'll
I
help
will
you
be saving
remember.
that. No, I will save that.
All right, so now I just need to design the 3-digit combination lock and build it. So yeah, that's why I have this carrot named 368. We have this perfect combination. We have all the materials we need to make a quick combination lock. Please don't judge my redstone too much. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to design it myself. I don't know what I'm doing though. Okay, let's go build this little padlock. So here we are. We have our little combination lock here. The combination, as remembered by our golden carrot here, is 368. So if we just plug that in, 3, 6, 8, the shulker gets broken and deposited right in here. I kind of love this, and it's super, super cool. This is actually quite far from compact, but I made it, so I'm proud of it. So yeah, we have these circuits here that ensure that the signal strength is exactly what it's looking for. If the signal strength is 1 right here, it'll turn off this redstone torch, which will turn this redstone torch on. I have one of these circuits on each of these 3 comparator outputs, which are all checking the value of the crafter. Each of these circuits is hooked up to an AND gate back here. The AND gate makes sure that all of them are on, and when all of them are on, it activates this observer up here, which tells this piston to fire, breaking the shulker, putting it in the barrel. On a completely unrelated note, I think I've finally settled on a title card style. Anyway, let's build. So after all of that shulker box hiding, it's finally time to build more of the frog area because it's very unfinished. So I've gathered all these materials and I'm ready to go just build some terrain. All right, so let's start building. I'm gonna start by taking all of this mud and replacing so much of this area with mud. So let's hop into a time lapse for this because honestly, this isn't going to be interesting. Okay, so here we are. We've replaced a lot of this land with mud and done a lot of bone mealing to get a lot of seagrass because I think that this just makes it look a little bit more swampy. So now we've got some bigger plants to put down. I think this looks pretty good, so let's add some of these reeds, but giant. And with that, I think that this area is just about done. I kind of think that this looks phenomenal. Definitely adds to the frog by making it feel a lot more like a swamp where a frog might actually be. So yeah, I'm quite thrilled with this build. I think it looks quite good. And it's also somewhat functional because I can finally run across here to get over to the actual shop, which sold a full echo shard's worth. What? I'm gonna have to restock this, but that is kind of crazy to me. And I also just realized that I forgot to put in the single coolest detail I had planned, which is this water ripple around the lily pad. I just think it makes the whole thing look so much more alive. It makes it seem like the frog just jumped out, making a ripple in the water, and I just think it looks phenomenal. But with that, I do think that's all I have for this build. And you know, I was just doing a daily check-in of my base, and I found something a little suspicious. Hang on a second. Nice try, Will. Boom. I guess we have another shulker to hide. Night. Oh. You see, I am very tempted to just like put it here and see at what point he would notice. I feel like I could get away with it. You know what would be a better gambit? Oh, evil gem. Oh. Delightfully evil. This is maybe the evilest thing I've ever done. Right here. We're gonna hide it here. So that was all I had planned for this episode. But actually, Will just asked if I could come over to talk about something real quick. So let's go do that.
Hello. Hi, Gem. So I just wanna yap at you for a second. I wanna know your thoughts.
Okay.
Basically, Duckies is moving out. I don't know if that's on camera knowledge, but it is now.
Yeah. It's on camera
And-
knowledge now.
So we're gonna finish this bridge up, and then me and Shu were thinking about for like 2 seconds of what we could do beneath river.
Mhm. River.
And so this river is gonna go the furthest up to your base that it could, and then it's gonna go through the shopping district and connect up with your frog pond at the other side.
Oh, that's perfect. I just finished the frog pond on camera, so
Yeah.
it's definitely in mind right now, and
Yeah.
that sounds super exciting. Actually, that sounds like it'll work perfectly. Yeah.
And then it'll all connect all well, because I'm gonna do like a water feature, I think, at this front bit here that's gonna come down into it, so it will all make sense.
I love this. This is gonna be great. It also just like connects all of us so well. Like I
Yeah,
mean, it like
and it-
does literally divide us, but it also like connects up our bases in like a way that's really cool. So yeah, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope it didn't seem too scattered considering it's been being recorded over the past month and a half because of the timeline of everything. But I do hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one because I've got a lot of work on my area to do now. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.